G'day viewers, it's Michael here again and welcome back to Single Racer. Now I must admit that in my last video, in my haste to get it ready way too early just to have it up ready to go on YouTube, Reza threw a curveball at me by adding another update to the beta patch, so it changed by the time I already did the video. But now the full version, so that's version 1.0.5 is now released for everyone. I thought I would cover all the cars in one video and race them on my personal favourite Australian track, Bathurst. But just before we do, here are some of the details that I mentioned in the previous video and I can confirm now. So I wasn't sure if the GT3 cars were for free, and they are. And this is the information here, the first bit of the information. But the second bit, which I wasn't sure about, specifically about the Nürburgring, is Reza have elected to temporarily offer the other modern Nürburgring layouts free to all users until the longer Nordschleife layouts are added, and then it becomes paid DLC, which, you know, is a sad thing to hear, but given how good this DLC will be, I'm sure it'll be worth getting if you're a fan of not only the Nürburgring but especially the Nordschleife. It'll be and where I'm really looking forward to it is if they present themselves online. That should be absolutely fantastic, just like Assetto Corsa. So now let me go back and show you the proper layout of all the cars that are included in this new update. But just before we do, one thing that I felt when I actually tried the cars out, because I use just a basic, you know, Logitech G29. It's a great wheel for the price, but you know, it is near the bottom end of the spectrum of what you can buy these days. And when I was driving, because there's an update to the force feedback, I felt like I could feel this vibration under braking, and I kind of felt like, am I imagining this? Like, am I really feeling this? So to read this particular line here, enhanced feedback during braking, just confirmed for me that it wasn't my imagination, you know, some sort of placebo thing I thought I was feeling, and I could actually genuinely feel it, given that I'm happy though with how I've dialed in the force feedback for myself personally. Other people might have differing opinions, but to me that especially I noticed a great deal was just how good it felt under braking, but generally good all round, and including other cars which I tried that evening online. So I'm very, very happy with the updated force feedback. Now let's go and check out the whole collection of all the new cars. Okay folks, so the biggest change for me personally from the previous video was the fact that they only had 4 cars, these 2 Carrera Cup cars, but they were grouped together with the GT3 cars, just sitting, in other words, underneath each other so that you could see them together. But now they've naturally put them alphabetically again, so they've jumped up to here. Now I've just changed, so you got the 4 litre and the 3.8, but I've just changed because originally it was presented like this, and I've just changed the livery just to break it up a bit because I prefer that livery. But now if we come down, they've added a new group of cars, again sort of alphabetically, where you have the GT3 cars, but now they have, or are including, the McLaren 720S, but also you have now the GT4 cars including the McLaren as well, and you've got the Camaro as well as a Porsche. So now we've got a whole bunch of cars all in the collection, and that's what I'd like to drive together on Bathurst. You know, I'll group them all in at once. What I'll do is I just won't do commentary in this particular video, just purely because every time I do commentary I need to lower the volume of the cars, and I kind of want to show the cars off. Now I've checked the replay. Unfortunately the AMS2 replay doesn't have the function that Assetto Corsa has, where you can jump to different cars. I was kind of hoping to show the interiors of each car, but it would take too long to do manually, so I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is leave out the commentary and just show you from the external point of view, but also test out, for those of you that read the update, you know, the monthly updates, they've also added VR cameras in a, like as if you're a marshal on the side of the track. So I'll give that a try and see if that works, but there's no guarantees that that's already done for Bathurst. I just got to hope that that's available. But the other thing I did want to cover, if we say come to the GT3 and pick my personal favorite at the moment, is that when I did the last video here, if we come down to the new Nürburgring, is I mentioned about, I hope you can see that here, is that I said that I felt this last little S-bend just before the start finish line straight was much sharper than I remembered it in other versions or in other sims, and that's because they've added a more flowing, for want of a better word on an S-bend, but yeah, flowing version. So there, it wasn't my imagination either. There are two versions, one being slightly sharper than the other, given I'm not very good in track history. So I just wanted to point that out as far as, and you know, the differences between those two, and then you've got the short version as well. And excitingly, the Nordschleife are coming with a whole heap of historic versions according to Reza, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So now there's nothing more to do than to go racing, and I'll show all the cars in the collection in the one video on Bathurst. So this is Michael signing out for Single Racer. I'll catch you next time. See you later, and let's go GT racing.